When I was little, my father was famous. He was the greatest samurai in the empire. He cut off the heads of 131.
Hey everybody, Jerry Williams, aka Greater Sapien here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are looking at a couple more claims from Dubé's 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. Number 138. Another favorite proof of ball earthers is the appearance from an observer on the shore of ships' hulls being obfuscated by the water and disappearing from view when sailing away towards the horizon. Their claim is that ships' hulls disappear before their mastheads because the ship is beginning its declination around the convex curvature of the ball Earth. Once again, however, their hasty conclusion is drawn from a faulty premise, namely that only on a ball Earth could this phenomenon occur. The fact of the matter is that the law of perspective on plane surfaces dictates and necessitates the exact same occurrence. For example, a girl wearing a dress walking away towards the horizon will appear to sink into the earth the farther away she walks. Her feet will disappear from view first, and the distance between the ground and the bottom of her dress will gradually diminish until after about half a mile it seems like her dress is touching the ground as she walks on invisible legs. Such is the case on plane surfaces. The lowest parts of objects receding from a given point of observation necessarily disappear before the highest. Okay. This is another one where I just have to start off saying, no. Your claim, Eric, is a hasty conclusion drawn from a faulty premise. There is no law of perspective that says the lowest parts of objects receding from a given point of observation necessarily disappear before the highest. Somebody you copied made that up. I say somebody you copied because in your video you show this old-ass illustration in which someone draws something that doesn't actually happen. Oh, sure, if there is atmospheric-related refraction happening at a distance with an inversion layer of warm air, you can get some of that effect, but that's not perspective. In fact, absent any atmospheric distortion, the rules of perspective say the girl's feet and legs will come more into view as she gets farther away compared to nearby, as the viewing angle changes. Let me show you. Here we have a young woman in a dress who is near to the viewer, and due to the viewing angle, her legs can barely be seen. But as she moves away from us, the viewing angle changes and her legs come more into view. Nearby, distant. The fact is, perspective causes objects to appear flatter and more properly proportioned as they recede into the distance, as all parts of the object become equidistant from the viewer. Disappearing from the bottom up is not how perspective works. But if it was, if you truly believe that's how things worked, what's with number 139? Not only is the disappearance of ships' hulls explained by the law of perspective on flat surfaces, it is proven undeniably true with the aid of a good telescope if you watch a ship sailing away into the horizon with the naked eye until its hull has completely disappeared from the view under the supposed curvature of the Earth, then look through a telescope, you will notice the entire ship quickly zooms back into view, hull and all, proving that the disappearance was caused by the law of perspective, not by a wall of curved water. This also proves that the horizon is simply the vanishing line of perspective from your point of view, not the alleged curvature of the Earth. Hey, look, Eric, I'd hate to be the one to break it to you, but if the law of perspective says that distant objects disappear from the bottom up, zooming in wouldn't bring the lower parts back. Zooming in doesn't change one's perspective. It just reduces the field of view. The only thing that will change perspective is getting physically closer. Let's go back to our little Tintin character. There she is in the distance, seen with no zoom applied. Here she is at 18 times zoom from the same distance. I'll crop and blow up the unzoomed photo and bring them side by side. As you can see, while the focus and resolution is better on the zoomed photo, the perspective is the same. And that's because a zoom is just focusing in on a smaller portion of the original. Contrast that with a photo with the camera physically closer to the object so that they appear about the same size. Look at the difference in perspective even when the camera is at the same height, just closer. I even then tried moving the camera down to match the framing, and it's not possible because zooming in and getting closer are different things. If you are far away and zoom in, you are still just as far away. If your law says the bottom gets cut off, then zooming in, it would still be cut off. You can't have both. And you should embrace that because zooming in does not bring the bottom of objects back. I've said it before. In every example someone shows of objects coming back, they start off looking at the object until they think the object is gone. Then they zoom in and bring it back. But they always stop there. If what they say is true, they should be able to zoom in just enough to see that boat has come back, and then wait as the boat goes farther away. And when it seems to be gone in that viewer, they should then zoom in more and bring it back again. But they never do, because they know it won't come back, because it's gone beyond the curve of the horizon. And you know it.
That's my job! That's what I do! I don't lose! I win! I win! Is there no one on this planet to even challenge me?
Maybe you came by to congratulate me on last night's victory.